The RIT Sports Network proudly welcomes you to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where tonight the Canisius Golden Griffins have made the short trek east down I-90 from Buffalo, looking to complete the series sweep of the hometown Tigers. But that will be easier said than done, because RIT has been excellent inside this building this year, having won 9 of their 11 games here on home ice. Good evening and welcome to RIT Hockey Pregame Live here on the RIT Sports Network. Well, the Tigers returned to conference play last weekend with an impressive showing against Robert Morris. RIT picked up 5 out of a possible 6 points thanks to last Saturday's overtime victory that propelled them at the time into a tie for second place in Atlantic Hockey. Last night, Tigers on the road in Buffalo, taking on Canisius at the Harbor Center, and we have the highlights. First period, following a tripping penalty on the Griffs, the Tigers were on the power play, and RIT would take advantage as Caleb Elfring is going to put home the rebound for his 5th of the season. The Tigers led 1-0 after 1. Second period now, tied at 1. RIT's Christian Catalano steals the puck in the neutral zone, splits 2 defenders, and scores his 8th of the season. RIT back on top 2-1. Late in the second, tied at 2. Tigers looking for the go-ahead. Look at the grade A look in front, but Petter Wickstrom-Stumer makes the stop. It starts the rush the other way as Walter Zacher scores with just 16 seconds left in the period. A backbreaker there for the Tigers. Griffs up 3-2 after 2. Third period, 1:40 in. It's Zacher again from the odd angle. Somehow just gets it by Jakub Kerbacek to complete the hat trick and put Canisius up by 2 in the process. But RIT would answer under 16 minutes to go on the 2-on-1. Evan Conyon to William Moore, his 5th of the season. Tigers back within 1 with plenty of time left. Under 2 minutes to go, RIT pulls Kuba, has the extra attacker, but Canisius clears it, and they would add the empty netter at the other end. The Griffs win it last night by a final of 5-3. So the Tigers now 1-2 against Canisius this season, having lost both games at the Harbor Center. RIT outshot Canisius 39-18 last night. They blocked 15 shots, and Zach Weigel notched a point for his team, leading 6th game in a row with 2 assists. But it wasn't enough to slow down Walter Zacher and the Griffs, who took game 1 of this home-and-home series last evening. Well, after last night's game, RIT head coach Matt Thomas said it was just one of those nights, saying his team simply can't afford to give Canisius opportunities like that, especially on the rush. With more perspective on last night's loss and tonight's rematch, the Tigers head coach is with our John DiTullio. Johnny?
All right, thank you, Kevin. Matt, I can't have your mom mad at us. You got a power play goal last night.
I know. Well, that's it. You got to put the good juju out there for her, right? So, yeah, no, it's all good. It's good when you got passionate fans out there that care about the team, right?
Well, you look at last night's game, missed opportunities, maybe a little puck luck on the part of Canisius. Looking back, how would you describe, even though you lost, how would you describe your team's effort?
I like the way we played. I thought we generated a lot. I think the expected goals was 6.4 for us, which is by far the most we've had all season. That's a combination of inner slot shots and shots from the right areas. So we should have had a way better game offensively, but we gave them some good opportunities, and we gave a really good shooter in our league an opportunity. One went off of our guy sticking in, but but one guy gets a hat trick, and sometimes that happens. But we got to get back to work tonight.
When you get back to work, talk about your blue line last night. Was it Canisius just executing, or maybe some missed assignments on your part?
A little bit of both. I thought they did a pretty good job. They changed some things, I thought, to counterattack some of the things that we do. We needed to be a little bit smoother in recognizing those and putting them into our game. But for the most part, again, we generated enough. A couple breakdowns defensively gave them some easy opportunities off the rush. But when you give up 2 rush goals against, that's not what we do. We're usually been pretty good in that area, so that's something that we can clean up.
You won't have Tyler Mahan for a while. How does that affect not only tonight's game, but moving forward, and certainly the line that he was on?
Well, a lot. Obviously, he's a tremendous leader for us. He's a staple on our penalty kill, and just a leader in getting us to our identity night in, night out. So guys are going to have to step up. With an unfortunate injury for him, it's going to keep him out for an extended period of time right now. It's just opportunity for others, and we're gonna miss him. But I know he'll get us going tonight. And make sure somebody steps up in his place.
Big opportunity tonight. What does your team need to do to get some points, especially 3 points?
I think just clean up I guess, the loose mistakes defensively, and then offensively, we just got to bear down. Like we made some really good plays, and then our shot selection was either a little early, and maybe not. I don't think we were too late on any of them. I think most of them were too early. So we got to maybe hang on to a puck and maybe outwait and show a little bit more kind of net front IQ, a little bit more patience, and I think we'll score some goals.
And then finally, it's a special night for you, 30th anniversary of the ECAC 96 team. You know you're not losing with them in the building.
Well, we can't lose them in the building because I won't hear the end of it. And you got, that was my sophomore year at RIT, and we ended up losing. We won the ECAC. I'm pretty sure we beat Canisius in the final, so it's a little bit of an omen. And the guy that scored the goals here, Shane Lazar, and we've got an opportunity for our team to play in front of guys that have been a part of our legacy and our history of winning here. So that team lost in the national championship game, to Middlebury. So we had a great season, a great group of guys. Looking forward to spending some time with them.
All right, thanks so much, Matt. All the best for the Tigers tonight. For a preview of Canisius, here's my partner, Gene Battaglia. Gino?
Yeah, Johnny, sharing that info. I was just sharing that with Coach Trevor Large. Like, RIT and Canisius similar, going from Division III to Division I, and just the men before you that helped you grow this program at Canisius.
I mean, it's two universities that have such a strong history and tradition. There's, like you said, there's so many people that have been the head coach before me. There's so many guys that have been wearing blue and gold in this locker room. There's a ton of history with both programs.
Now you're in year number 9 now. Last night, nice win for your team. Looking back there, what did your team do right?
Well, it's team win. There's things that we're talking about and improvements we're trying to make. It's the first game, conference game back for us since break. It was long break. So we were excited to see that it required everybody. It wasn't, Walter Zacher obviously had a heck of a night with a hat trick. Petter Wickstrom was great in behind the pipes for us again, but the feeling after the game was that was definitely a team effort.
Now you have Clark going tonight in goal. What kind of benefit is it that you now have two guys that are healthy and maybe can push each other?
It's great. I mean, every coach wants quality goaltending, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 guys. It's a benefit that we have. When Chase came into the program, we knew that was going to help us with stability in net. We knew it was going to be addition in terms of our depth, and obviously we get a chance to him to get back in the net, and hopefully he's fresh.
Well, you know how this league works. You lose on Friday night. Saturday night might be a little different. Big crowd here tonight we're expecting. What do you expect here from the Tigers tonight?
It's another hard hockey game, right? Atlantic hockey is very difficult. 3 points are tough to come by. When you get them, you bank them and you move on. And it's just a great opportunity for us to get in a game tonight. Obviously, I hear the crowd's going to be great. That's always what everybody wants. So we're going to have to use that momentum. We're going to have to bring the same energy and probably a little bit more.
Now, I would imagine for Canisius, Niagara is the rival, but for RIT, we have that debate on our end. Who's the team? Do we check in at second on your list in terms of a rival, Coach?
I mean, it depends when you're playing teams, right? The rivalries are definitely there. There's no doubt about that. But, I guess I'll say yes, but I think, this weekend it's focused on orange and black. Purple will come later in the season for sure, but there are great rivalries. There's always great hockey games against these two programs, and you add Niagara in there and obviously others as well. So it brings for very competitive physical hockey games.
That's what we're expecting here tonight. Coach, good luck. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Head Coach Trevor Large. Kevin, we send it back to you.
All right, Gene, no doubt a great rivalry between RIT and Canisius over the years, even the Division III days as well. Well, last night's regulation loss means the Tigers were held pointless in the Atlantic hockey standings, costing them a share of second place. Holy Cross's overtime victory over Air Force and Sacred Heart's win over Bentley last night has dropped RIT to 4th at the moment, 2 points behind the Crusaders and Pioneers. Canisius has moved into a tie for 5th with Air Force and Robert Morris with 19 points, just 8 behind the Tigers. Well, still to come on this jam-packed edition of Pregame Live, the RIT women's hockey team look to earn a split on home ice against visiting Mercyhurst and move back into a tie for second place in Atlantic hockey in the process. Highlights are straight ahead, but first, number 8 for RIT is Zach Weigel. The first year from Oakville, Ontario, has been on a tear recently, entering the night as the Tigers leader in points with 17. Weigel will join our Tim Coffey live next as our coverage continues from the Gene Policini Center. It's RIT and Canisius at 7:05. This is Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. here on Pregame Live. It's the first game in over a month with the students back on campus, and a big crowd is expected here tonight as we're just a few hundred away from the second sellout of the season. May need a big walk-up to make it happen, though, here tonight. On the men's side of Atlantic hockey this evening, one game has gone final as Robert Morris shuts out Army. That was actually a 3-0 final for Robert Morris. Mercyhurst looking to sweep the home and home with Niagara, while Bentley looks to rebound at Sacred Heart after last night's loss, and Air Force is at Holy Cross. That comes up, like us, at the top of the hour. Well, RIT has had a lot of pleasant surprises on the ice this season, especially some of their first years. That includes Zach Weigel, who extended his point streak to 6 games last night and now leads the Tigers in points on 5 goals and 12 assists. Weigel just off the ice from warm-ups, as you can see, standing by live now with our Kim Coffey. Kim?
Zach, you guys are coming off a road loss to Canisius. What are some of the struggles that you guys faced last night that you're hoping to correct here at home?
Yeah, I mean, I think they played us hard in their own building. We weren't ready for their physicality, and yeah, they kind of bullied us, to be honest. So we hope to bring it home here, to be harder on the puck, to win more battles, and yeah, to hopefully win.
Kevin was just talking about your point streak. Can you talk a little bit about the chemistry that you've built up between you and your line mates?
Yeah, I think ever since the break, we were put together, and sometimes it takes like a couple lucky bounces to get you going, for sure. And I think our first weekend, we played great as a line, and that confidence has just been building, and so it's been nice.
In the second period last night, Canisius outscored you guys 3-1. What do you have to do to prevent them from gaining any of that type of momentum tonight?
Yeah, I think our penalty kill has been one of our strongest assets all year, and I think they had 2 penalty kill goals, or power play for them goals, in the second. So, you know, that's been something that's historically gave us motivation. So hopefully we can get back on that street and keep it going.
Should be a pretty good crowd tonight. How do you plan to use that to your advantage?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's sold out tonight, so that's awesome. You know, we have lots of support here from the fans. It's really amazing to play at home. So we just got to get up with the momentum that they bring.
Zach, thanks so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Kevin?
All right, Kim, thank you so much. Well, RIT sophomore goaltender Jakub Krbiček has had a fantastic sophomore season, and because of that, Kuba was named to the Mike Richter Award watch list this week. The award is presented annually to the top goaltender in Division I hockey. Kuba's goals against and save percentage rank in the top 10 in the nation. Krbiček will get the start here again tonight. Kuba gave up 4 goals and made 13 saves in the Tigers' 5-3 loss at Canisius last night. The sophomore, who will be making his 22nd start of the season, is now 13-8-0 with a 1.97 goals against. For Canisius, head coach Trevor Large is making a change in net tonight, going with number 41, Chase Clark. The Buffalo area native has seen the bulk of time in net for the Griffs this season. Clark 7-8-2 with a 2.89 goals against in his senior season with his hometown team. Meanwhile, if we've learned anything about this season's RIT women's hockey team, it's how they respond following a loss. 6 times this season when the Tigers have dropped the first game of a series, they've found a way to earn a series split. Northeastern and Penn State, the only teams to sweep the Tigers so far this season. They were taking on Mercyhurst this afternoon, and we have the highlights after a Tiger penalty on Addie Alvarez. Mercyhurst with its first power play opportunity of the day, and they would capitalize. Peyton Evans is going to fire it here, and Sophia Newton redirects it in for her 9th of the season. Lakers took a 1-0 lead. Later in the period, Tigers finally catch a break, entering the zone. Emma Pickering in front, and she's going to put home the rebound for her team leading 11th of the season. That would tie us at 1. Second period, Tigers were looking to take the lead. Under 9 minutes to go off the rebound. Linda Rula in front, the net wide open. Oh my gosh, she puts it off the post. A couple grade A looks for RIT, unable to cash in there, and this would be decided in overtime. Mercyhurst pressuring the Tigers off the rebound. Abby Patra with the game winner. Mercyhurst sweeps the Tigers, winning 2-1 today in overtime. So for just the 3rd time this season, the RIT women get swept as Mercyhurst outshoots them 39-22. The Lakers played a penalty-free game. RIT was penalized twice, leading to one of the Laker goals, as you saw. Brenna McNamara made a career-high 37 saves for RIT in her 4th start of the season, but the Tigers lose defenseman Emma Pickering late in the game. She had to be helped off the ice. No word on her status moving forward. We certainly wish her for the best. Well, last night's RIT Student Athletics Advisory Committee and Fraternity Sigma Chi hosting a teddy bear toss during the RIT women's hockey game against Mercyhurst. And following the Tigers' first goal, the Bears went flying on the ice. All of the teddies collected will be donated to children at Rochester General Hospital. A tremendous event last night here at the Coliseum. Well, still to come on Pregame Live. If you're just joining us, we'll look back on Canisius' victory last night at Harbor Center. Plus, Associate Head Coach Dave Insalako will join us to break down round 2 tonight between the Tigers and Griffs. It's all straight ahead on your home for Tiger Hockey. You're watching Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network.
Pascucci fed it out in front, and RIT almost given a gift as Kanyan was basically given a tape-to-tape pass in the slot and hit the post. Here comes Zacher the other way. What an answer from Canisius. They take the lead for the first time with 16 seconds left to go in the second period. Porter, far side, bad angle. McDermott looking for Zacher again. Patterson keeps it in as it went through the crease. Zacher gets it back. Another bad angle shot. He scores! Walter Zacher basically took Kurbachek's hat off in an effort to get the hat trick. Chipping it ahead, and now Williams around behind the net. Patterson trying to keep it in, he can't, and it's chip past Rasmussen. 2-on-1 here with Moore and Kanyan for RIT. Here's Moore, scores! Kanyan fed it across, and on the odd man rush, the Tigers have cut back into the deficit. It's a 1-goal game with still 15.5 to go in the third. 4-3 now the score. All their games have been close. Another opportunity, bad angle. Brimmer tried to take a whack at it, but it was stopped by Wickstrom. Wickstrom, his helmet is not clipped in right now. He's trying to wave to the referee. It's down low. Brimmer feeding it to the slot. Chiddington takes it away, flipped it out towards the blue line. Funk couldn't get it out, but Chiddington does. Chiddington is tripped, but gets back up and racing towards the empty net. Reese Chiddington puts Canisius back up by 2 and likely seals it against the Tigers.
Yeah, it did indeed, as the Canisius victory also even the overall series as we take a look between these two programs, as both now hold a Division I record of 31-31-2, although Canisius has been better recently, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings. Tonight, the 65th edition of this I-90 rivalry at the Division I level, as RIT and Canisius will not only wrap up this home-and-home series, but will finalize the season series as well, as we welcome in John and Gene. And guys, Matt Thomas said after last night's loss that the Tigers just weren't good enough defensively. Well, that needs to change here tonight if RIT hopes to earn a series split.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be a fun night with a packed house. Yeah. Good evening once again. Happy to be joined ringside by Dave Insalako, and I'm sure you're echoing Coach's sentiments there. Tell us your thoughts on the blue line and what else, what other areas you're looking for improvement here tonight.
I thought our D could have played better, obviously, but at the same time, you look at the shot creation and the scoring chance creation, we needed to score more than we did. Our second period is what really hindered our chances of winning, giving up 3 goals, and you get an glorious opportunity to take the lead, and then they come back and score with 16 seconds left in the second period, and that seemed to be a backbreaker, and they get that odd goal that goes off our goalie's head and in. It was just too much to overcome at that point. So on the back end, we need to be better at breaking pucks out, but we got to cash in on our opportunities.
Dave, why were you able to get 39 shots? Just great execution. You missed some opportunities, but just talk about how your offense executed last night.
Oh, I thought we did a good job playing in behind them. Their D are super aggressive, and they challenge you on the wall, but our forwards did a nice job of putting pucks in behind and winning some races. I thought we did a great job in the O-zone at, sustaining pressure, going low to high, getting traffic, and then coming up with the puck again, and then attacking the net once more. So that needs to continue moving forward, and we got to get to our game in period 1 here.
Yeah, and you got a packed house here tonight. There's a football game going on right now. The Tiger fans are coming out for your team.
Yeah, I don't really care about the football game, to tell you the truth. We need 3 points tonight. It's a big game for us.
Dave, why, this series, Canisius has been successful. Why do you think they've been so successful, winning 7 out of the last 10?
Just every game we play against them is really close. A bounce here, a bounce there. It could go either direction. Trevor does a great job with his team. They play with structure, and they have they've had some good players. They currently have some good players in Walter Zacher and Porter. Obviously, Zacher getting the 3 goals last night was the ultimate difference in the game. So we need to keep those guys in check here.
Dave, I got to ask that question again because it was phrased poorly. You have a big crowd here tonight. How important is it to feed off of it?
We'll create our own energy, that's for sure.
Right.
We're hungry to win a game tonight.
Dave, thanks, sir. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Dave Zalako, associate head coach here. As John, we take a look at our players to watch here tonight, and he mentioned 2 of those goals last night for Canisius. Walter Zacher, we remember him from Robert Morris, had the hat trick last night.
And during the pregame when Kevin was doing the highlights, Matt goes, well, this kid's good. Zach, especially getting that goal that gave them the lead, gave them their 4th goal. We got to pay more attention to number 9. He was such a dynamic player. You look at him for the season, 10 goals, but more importantly, he was a one-man band last night getting the hat trick for the Griffs.
Yeah, and for the RIT Tigers, you heard the conversation with Kim Coffey with Zach Weigel. He's on a point streak. He has grown up, and for the Tigers, without Tyler Mahan, they're going to look for leadership in other places, John.
Absolutely. With Mahan sideline, some players take on even a bigger role, and it starts with Weigel, 2 assists in Friday's game. He leads the team now with 12 assists. He's on a 6-game point streak, playing extremely well right now, but now he's got to find another gear, another level, certainly with Mahan being sidelined.
Kevin, got to split this weekend with Canisius. It's a rivalry game, a packed house. Should be a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, this game is always a good one, guys. Looking forward to the call at the top of the hour. Thanks so much. Still to come on Pregame Live, one of the winningest programs in men's hockey history has returned to the Brick City tonight. We'll explain why next. You're watching Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. Back here on Pregame Live from the Gene Policini Center in Rochester, New York, side of tonight's Atlantic Hockey Showdown between Canisius and RIT. A significant tonight, the Golden Griffs are in town because tonight, RIT celebrating the 30th anniversary of one of the winningest seasons in men's hockey history. The 1995-96 Division III team finished 25-6-1, defeating Canisius for the ECAC West Championship before advancing to the D3 Frozen Four, where the Tigers eventually lost in the national title game 3-2 to Middlebury. That team will be recognized here tonight during the second intermission. Head coach Matt Thomas, also a member of that squad. After tonight, only 3 home games remain for the Tigers in the regular season. We will be back with you 1 week from tonight as the Tigers welcome Niagara to the Policini for the first time this season on the back end of a home-and-home series. Our coverage next Saturday, the 24th, begins 4:30 with Pregame Live, followed by Face-Off at 5:05 exclusively here on Flow Hockey. And this Tiger team, they've been a hot ticket this season, close to a sellout here tonight. If you haven't made it out to the Policini yet, what are you waiting for? Get your seats by calling or visiting the Policini Center box office or online anytime at rittickets.com. Always a fun time here at the Gene Policini Center. Well, that'll do it for Pregame Live. John and Gene will have the call for you next, and I'll see you back here for the intermission report. Until then, enjoy the game. RIT Canisius is next here on the RIT Sports Network.